Color plays a vital role in the world in which we live, and it can influence not only our thought processes, but stimulate emotions. Understanding the importance of color and how to apply its significance is a powerful tool for brands. Swiss psychologist Carl Jung says, "Colors are the mother tongue of the subconscious." Being in tune and listening to the signals from our world allows brands to tell poignant and relevant stories of experiences and messages. Synthesizing with global messages is highly relevant, more so now than ever. As we examine the changes in society, technology, and the environment, understanding human sentiment and its influence will assist in comprehending the direction of change. If one looks at the emotional roller coaster experienced over the last 2 years, consumers have sought to balance their anxiety with nurturing comfort and optimism. As a direct result, we have seen an acceleration in the popularity of soothing neutrals and clean, bright, chromatic colors. The initial work-from-home aesthetic from 2020 to 2021 saw a rise in neutral color spectrums, offering a palette of calming hues for both apparel and home. However, as we emerge from the pandemic, consumers turn to an unleashed, energetic optimism. This has given rise to a highly saturated color palette of dopamine brights, shades of pink, including hyper pink, yellow, red, and bright blue. Black is ubiquitous due to its enduring and classic appeal, while grey takes precedence in a sea of varying hues of neutrals. Fashion Month is now complete, and after a bevy of collections, analyzing the key trends is a monumental task, ordinarily. But then, this season has been a little out of the ordinary. The changes in societal behaviors and the demand for a calming aesthetic have profoundly impacted how creatives and brands have approached the future. Given that the apparel trends have changed quite considerably to that of a more unified and realistic aesthetic, it stands to reason that the colors should follow suit. On the runways, brands approached the season with renewed confidence, the kaleidoscope of colors from the past seasons now fine-tuned. Dopamine brights still exist, but in a reduced format: yellow, red, and green, in some cases bright blue, the color representing freedom and adventure. However, the balance came with designers offering a palette of softened neutral colors offset against black, white, and gray. These colors are most significant for the Fall-Winter 23 season and provide an important transeasonal appeal. Next season accentuates the versatility of colors in their multiple nuances, particularly grays that are at once minimalistic and essential for much of the seasonal trends. The fascination with this chromatic restraint aligns with emotional responses to worldwide instability and underscores the general need for confidence and empathy. Gray is a color that denotes composure, solidity, and stability and is a perfect complement to clothes that offer versatility. It also indicates understated glamour, a powerful complement to the return of real-world clothes, where tailoring takes precedence, evoking a wearable, modern, and dignified aesthetic. While the entire range of natural hues reflects the desire for stability and restoration for consumers, who continue to be sensitive and cautious about the future, colors must do more. In contrast to these timeless and sustaining hues, colors associated with nature and wellness remain prominent, such restorative hues lending the season a sense of calm and tranquility. Including bright colors offers a sense of escapism while seamlessly transitioning from season to season. Fall 23 color emerges directly from the emotions we have been living last time. The colors reflect the emotions we are experiencing, with two powerful trends appearing. Bright, joyful colors convey a message of enthusiasm and vitality. These uplifting colors empower us and give us the energy we need as we emerge from COVID and write a new narrative for our lives. At the other end of the spectrum is the wide range of neutrals. These more traditional tones serve as building blocks. Consumers are drawn to colors that are practical, versatile, and provide longevity. Although this reasoning outweighs most, the return to the office is beginning to become a significant factor, playing into a new mindset of careful investment. And not out of the equation, gender fluidity is a key component, so colors and apparel that can easily transition from one to the other are paramount. During the pandemic, consumers' desire for neutral colors increased as they sought to feel safe and grounded. Yet compared to the following year, it was obvious that people's preferences changed dramatically. Through 2022, consumers were ready to take risks and wear unapologetically upbeat colors that provided much-needed optimism and joy. In times of disaster, people have gravitated toward colors that reassure, lift, and provide some hope. Yet the product must also reflect these newborn attitudes, while consumers seek longevity from the brands they purchase. While longevity points to reuse and recycling versus the throwaway culture, it is even more important that brands provide a sensible and responsible reason to buy. The upshot is that consumers' increasing desire for colors directly links to wanting lasting products. Black and gray are not about being depressed, they are there to last. It is a new way of thinking about clothes. Perfectly cut gray pieces that one can wear season after season. Dopamine colors are coming out of the pandemic and leaping into the street to have fun with clothes. It's also about statement pieces that express your personality, so bright colors will lift your spirits and be your signature piece, and the neutrals are your longevity. Consumers are looking for more versatility in products. Some brands feature minimal color in their collections, focusing on darks and neutrals to bring long-term appeal to consumers. We have also seen designers return to shades they first introduced in the summer season and show a longer lifespan in these hues by showing them again in fall-winter, highlighting the importance in trans-seasonal shades. It may be time to push boundaries to make brands responsible. Although that will give rise to another topic, let's look at another brand as an example of how to approach color with a sustainable mindset. Unreality presented her collection with a digital concept. The designer's experiments with color and pattern on the garments visible when exposed to UV light. At the same time, each garment's color differences correspond to changes in the natural sunlight's intensity. The designer says these products are designed to develop through the days and seasons and are made to shift their tonal range continuously. They will revert to their original color when no longer exposed to UV rays, exemplifying how people change over time, interact with their surroundings, and how their environment can change them. The future of color is always omnipresent, and most people regularly ask, so what colors will be next season? Ideally, it goes beyond that thought, and the future of color is as much about the emotions of the creator and the consumer, as it is about reaching out to the world around us to be open to global forces and get away from the noise. We see it as a time of self-expression, where we are curators of our own style and guardians of the future. Think about the fact that consumers are no longer slavishly committed to one image. They are much more comfortable working with color, so they are experimenting and inventing, diving into what they already have, using it in different ways to make the old seem new. There is a real movement back to bring back what we've lost, and if lessons are learned and brands have a conversation, fashion can have an impact until 2030. As Vivienne Westwood says, This is the most sustainable thing we can do, and so, if you think about it, the colors we've seen during Fashion Month reflect our growing consciousness and concern for our well-being in light of climate change. It also signifies the return of everything to normalcy. The blacks, greys and neutrals, as well as the fabulous bright colors of red, green, yellow and blue, are a direct result of all the nuances we've experienced over the past 2 years. And, importantly, thanks to the new use of color seen in the Fall/Winter 2023 collections, we can change to feel good and protect our future. At least mentally.